Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different because I'm going to be doing my own nails. This is the design that I did yesterday and I'm going to be recreating them on my left hand here. Ever since doing my watermelon lemonade nails, I have been obsessed with this little lemon image from the clear jelly stamper stamping plate, and I just have been wanting to do them on my own nails, so I did. If you haven't seen the video I did with the watermelon lemonade nails, I'll link them up in the cards. So this video is going to be a mix of real-time and sped up portions, and if you like how this came out and if you're interested in seeing more of these videos where I do my own nails, let me know, and I hope you really enjoy this format. Give me your feedback down below. Let's start. So I'm going to walk you through how I'm going to do these nails. If you see this little black dot here, I've been having trouble focusing and remaining in frame throughout my videos, so I figured putting a little marker here to let me know where I should be might help. So I'm going to start by first filing my nails down. What I currently have on here is a hard gel and then a top coat, so there isn't really too much going on here, but with the design that I want to do, I'm going to be using a clear builder to be the structure as opposed to doing the structure under the nail. So I'm going to start by filing all this down relatively thinly and then going to continue with color and design and then doing a clear structure layer over all of that. So let's get into it. So I am going to start with this sanding band over here. This is just the one that I used on myself yesterday, so it's a little bit dirty. Obviously, if you were working on clients, you would be using fresh sanding bands each time. So I'm going to place that in here. I'm using a sanding band because I'm not taking down a ton of product, and it's not too thick, so I don't need anything more aggressive than that. And I'm going to start by filing all of this down. So now my hands are all dusty and the nails have been filed down, so I'm just going to take a bit of alcohol on a lint-free pad and just wipe off all of the dust, and that way I can see what's going on and see if I have to do any more filing or work around the cuticle, etc., etc. This is a hard gel that was the structure and color of my previous set. And as you can see, I didn't file it all off. I still want to use this structure, but I just wanted it to be a bit thinner so that I can continue to build upwards onto the nail with more polish and stamping, etc., without making the nail too bulky. So that looks pretty good. As you can see, I didn't have these nails on for very long, so they're not completely grown out or anything. They just need like tiniest fill. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So for the fill, and as you can see, like I said, it's a very tiny fill that needs to be done. I'm going to be using this Morovan hard gel in the color pink. This is a hard gel, which means it can't be soaked off with acetone. It needs to be filed off completely for removal. So this is what I'm going to be using for the fill. And I'm also going to take it over the entire nail just to neutralize this color a bit, because as you can see on these nails here, I go in with a glittery yellow polish here, and it's mostly opaque, but I just don't want any of this color peeking through, so I'm going to pull this color over the whole nail, but in a very thin layer. I don't want it to add too much bulk or add any structure or anything like that. It's really just to help neutralize the color. So starting off, I'm going to use the base coat, the Morovan base coat, to match the hard gel. I'm just going to place those on the natural nail part of all of my nails. So when it comes to gel products, gel sticks to gel. So technically, you don't have to put a base coat on a hard gel if you're going to put a gel on top of that. You really just need a base coat on your natural nails so that everything can stick. And as you can see, I'm doing this in real time. I am going slowly, just getting the the natural nail and a bit on the structure hard gel, just because, you know, like I said, there's not too much space that needs a hard gel over there. And I'm being really, really careful not to touch the skin, just going close up to the cuticle, but not touching it. And as per the directions on the base coat, I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds. So here they are all cured. I work on my thumb separately. I like doing the thumb all at once separately from the rest of the nail so that I can keep it flat when going into the lamp and stuff. So I'm just going to ignore that for now and go in. So I am taking, like I said, the tiniest amount, because it's really just a tiny fill. And I'm starting by placing it kind of like where I would put the apex if I was building an apex to start off, and then slowly pushing the product back. That way I don't get too much product by the cuticle area. And again, I'm pulling the color down, but that's really just to neutralize and kind of like cover up the intensity of the orange that's underneath. I'm not going to build this into any kind of apex. And I'm just going to do the same on each of the nails, being really careful not to touch the skin. And if you do get any on your skin, just remove it before putting it in the lamp. You don't want to cure gel onto your skin. So you can see here is real time how I work on myself. I do have some slightly shaky hands, so sometimes my hands do get a little bit wobbly, but that's okay. And keeping everything really thin. Don't want the nails to get too bulky. I'm going to go in with filing afterwards, but the better you do with application, the less filing you have to do, so it's always nice to do as good of a job as you can with the gel application. This pinky really only has the tiniest bit of growth by the cuticle, so it really doesn't need a lot of gel at all. Again, bringing down the color to just help neutralize that bright orange so it doesn't peek through the yellow glitter that I'm going to put on next. So that's how they look. Going to cure for another 60 seconds. Once these come out of the lamp, I'm just going to give them a wipe down with alcohol to remove any sticky layers. As you can see, the nails on my right hand are shorter than the ones on my left hand, so I'm going to give these a file and just kind of make them the same length as the other nails. And I'm going to do this with a hand file because I find that with an e-file I can kind of get a little out of control and end up filing more than I mean to. So I'm going to hand file this part. Now that I got my nails all filed and buffed up, I'm going to go in with color. So for the blue, I am using this Beetles gel polish in the shade C047. And for the yellow glitter, I am using the Light Elegance P Plus gel polish in the shade Good Vibrations. Light Elegance is a pro-only brand, so you can only purchase from them if you have a nail certificate of some sort. So that's not regularly available to the average consumer. So I'm going to start by doing these two nails blue and then these two yellow. So here are what the nails are looking like after 2 coats. As you can see, the yellow nails kind of got a bit misshapen because the gel is so thick, but that's okay. Once I'm done, I'm going to go in with a finish file and perfect the shape of everything. So next is time for stamping. As I said, I've been obsessed with this lemon stamping image over here from this plate by Clear Jelly Stamper. It's this plate CJS 209. And here they are, my nails here. I just thought they were absolutely adorable. I love how they look. And it's really simple because it's just 2 stamping layers. It's just the color and then the outline, so it's really, really fast. So I'm going to do that on the 2 blue nails over here. I like working on some sort of paper or sheet or mat or something because I can tend to get a little bit messy when I do stamping. So the 2 colors, the 2 yellows that I'm going to use, they are all from Clear Jelly Stamper, all the stamping polishes I'm using. I'm using 008 and 020, so these are the yellows, and then I'm just using their black in the shade 001. So the way I go about stamping is I try to be as neat and methodical as possible because it can kind of get a little bit messy, especially if you're doing images that are more than 2 layers. So here I have my polishes. I keep a lint roller next to me. You can see all of my previous designs whenever a stamp doesn't pick up properly or I have extra on my stamping jelly. I like to just use this to help remove anything. I then also have a scraping card and as well as a stamper. So I am going to get this stamper ready, and I like just getting it a bit sticky on the lint roller. So the first thing I do is I just kind of like pick which color I want to use first. So I'm going to start with the bright yellow one. So as you can see, here is the image, here's the lemon, and here's the outline. So I try not to move too quickly with stamping because you can tend to mess up or not get a great pickup or anything like that. I try to just be methodical and work in a strategic way. So I start by placing down the color. I have my stamper, my card, scrape, pick up, and then you can see some extra stuff got picked up over here. That's what I use the stamping card or sometimes the lint roller just to remove anything extra that might get picked up that's not meant to be there. And then I just go and place it on my nail however I like. Just like that. And you kind of have to clean off your stamping plate a lot. I just use a regular nail polish remover and a lint-free wipe off the image, and go again. It's quite a repetitive process, but once you get the hang of it and once you get into a groove, it's really fun to do and it's really therapeutic. It's just like color, scrape, pick up, stamp. It's a lot of fun. Here again, just removing any little bits and bobs that might have got picked up. And placing it. And now I want to use the other color, the more goldeny, sparkly color. So I'm going to clean off the plate. And get this color going. So again, same process. I just keep my card in my hand so that I can go in scraping easily. Scrape, pick up, move any extra bits, and place. And that's just basically it. Once I'm ready to move on to the next color, like I'm gonna move on to black now, I just give everything a big wipe down the whole plate. Wipe down the scrape card, make sure there is no images left on my stamper. So as you can see, just giving that a wipe down. And here are the lemons, and then we have to do the outline, so I'm going to use black. And here is the same process as before. Going to grab my card in my hand, place down the black over the outline, scrape, pick up, remove any extra bits. And then taking my time to make sure that it's placed over the nail nicely, over the image that I like, and stamping it down. I love how it looks. I think it's just the cutest little design ever. And again, stamping is a repetitive process, especially when you're doing the same image multiple times, but I have really come to enjoy it. It used to stress me out at first, but I've really gotten the hang of it. It just takes some practice. And of course, if you're doing stamping that's not layered, that's much faster too, because with the layering, you have to be precise and make sure you're placing everything where they're supposed to be. So how cute. Doesn't that outline just bring the whole thing to life? It's so cute. I love. Here is that nail all done. How cute. Now I'm going to move on to this nail, and I'm just going to do that sped up. Now I want to put a thick layer of builder gel over this. I want to do it over all of the nails to encapsulate the lemon design, and also to encapsulate the glitter so that I can file and reshape them without filing off any of the glitters. So I'm going to use the Beetles builder gel. This is a builder in a bottle. This is just clear. Once that comes out of the lamp, I am going to give it a wipe down with some alcohol and then go into finish file and reshape these. That nail got quite misshapen through all of this. So let's go ahead and do that. for the best part, top coating. I love seeing everything come together in the end. Top coat is really so magical. Look at those glitters come to life. I love it. They're so sparkly. And as you can see, I did my thumb. So I'll just add a little bit of top coat there. And time for the final cure. And here is the final set. These are the ones we did today. How cute. I'm obsessed with these yellows. So let me know if you like this style video and if you want to see more of these, more of me doing my own nails. And let me know what you think of this nail set down below. Bye guys!